I lost my father about 40 years ago, and I can literally say that every life lesson I know today, my father taught me. And I want to share it with you because I really know that you will find value in this video, and by the time you finish watching this video, your life will never be the same. The first lesson my father taught me was never to discriminate. This man never at any point in his life discriminated. He was friends with everybody, no matter what your social class is, no matter who you are in the society. My father literally, at a point in time, was friends with a madman. I was going through his stuff a few days ago, and I saw a picture of him and a madman. I know that madman. His name was Mumuni, and he was my father's friend. This man would go and check up on him. This man would send him food. This madman, when he sees my father, was happy. And I was like, what kind of man did God give me as a father? He never discriminated. My father was a teacher, but then with his students, I never saw him have many friends of his peers. All his friends were, let me say, his people who were younger than him, people he could influence, people he could teach something to, people he could have positive impact in their lives. He never discriminated, and he taught me that in this world, no condition is permanent. He said that be nice to people, the people you meet when going up, be nice to them, for they will be the same people you meet when coming down. My father literally sat me down to teach me this lesson. He said it in a local language that Obi nim esrekra obi beda so amadiache. And what that means is that when we are sleeping, we wake up, but we don't know which of our thighs we are going to wake up on, whether either the left thigh or the right thigh. But whatever it is, we are going to wake up. And so he said that when you are going on the journey of life, whoever you meet on the way, be nice to them. You wouldn't know when you need their help. You wouldn't know. And I don't know, but this life lesson my father taught me. I remember the last time I took a public transport from Kumasi to my place, and then when I got into the car, the driver who was driving the public transport said, "Oh, madam, come and sit here." So I was actually sitting in front with the driver, and then we were chatting. I never knew this man, like we never knew each other. We were just chatting, we were nice to each other, we were smiling, and then we got to a place and he said, "Madam, this bread, buy some more, it's very nice." And I was like, "Gentlemen, I have a bread in my area, in my town, and I am free. That bread is also very nice." And he said, "Oh, you come from I am free?" I said, "Yes." Then he was like, "Oh, me too, my uncle is in I am free." And I was like, "Really?" He said, "Yes." I said, "Who is your uncle?" And he mentioned the man's name, my dear. You can't believe that man was my father-in-law, my husband's father. And I was like, "Really? I'm also married to his son." He said, "Bra Kofi, you know." And I was shocked. At that point, I remember the lesson my father taught me, that be nice to everyone you come into contact with. If I had been rude to this guy, he ended up being my husband's cousin. And literally, I don't know, but life is something. And there are some life lessons, my dear, we will never learn them in school. We learn them as we go. I was fortunate that my father taught me some of these things. He said that, "Okay, I know someone who was very rich and ended up being poor. That same way, I know someone who was very poor and ended up being rich." So whatever situation you find yourself, wherever you are, whoever you come into contact with, be nice to them. And don't ever be proud because you think that if I arrive, you think that you have this, you think that, no. My father was a very kind man. I think it's an or the man on Jemu. If he has something and he's giving it out, he doesn't think about it. He just gives out. He was that good. And I think that also has a very positive impact on me, because, my dear, when someone needs something and I have, why wouldn't I give? Because the Bible says that he blesses the giver. Sometimes you give, and then whatever you give, you get it in double, triple folds, and you are like, even if you don't get it, you know that at least you're putting a smile on someone's face. My father taught me that in life, we have to be content with everything we have. This man was content with everything he had. He was never rich, but he was okay. He said that in life, sometimes people want to get, "Oh, when I'm able to buy a Benz, the way I'll be happy. When I'm able to travel abroad, the way I will be happy." You might be able to buy a Benz, but at that time, your leg will be paining you and you can't even drive. And so he said that whatever you have now, be content with it. Whatever you have now, whatever situation, be happy with it. My father said that I always have to be positive. He was always positive. He was never negative. Like, he saw life from a brighter side of view. He was always positive, and he was always trying to make himself happy. He said, your happiness is in your hands. He never for once put his happiness in the hands of another person. And I don't know, but he was always looking out for opportunities to help people. I remember one day there was a football gala in our area, and it resulted in a fight, and people were fighting, people were running after this one particular man. They were running after him. Then he got to a shop. My father literally opened the shop, pushed the man in the shop, and closed the shop. And he was there going about his normal duties as if nothing had happened. Then later in the night, when everything was okay, he opened the man, and then the man went to his house. He literally saved that man's life. He said, whenever you have the opportunity, be good to people. And then he also taught me the fact that we have to spend good quality time with the people we love. You would never see my father without me. Maybe I'm sick, or he's sick, or I've gone to school, or he has traveled. But whenever he was in town, we literally spent time together. We literally did everything together. And I'm glad we did, because now I would really wish that he's there. I would really wish that sometimes I can just pick a phone and call him and go like, Daddy, what do I do in this situation? Daddy, this is what is happening. But he's not there. But I know, I'm happy at least we were able to spend quality time with each other. I don't know, but if you have someone you love, if you have someone who is close to you, my dear, just be close to the person. Love the person, because life is too short. Life is too short to, you see, when people are on the verge of dying. I read a book some few days ago, and then the man who wrote the book was actually a doctor, and he has been close to people who are dying. He said people have wishes, like I wish I could do this. I wish I could spend time with the people I love. I wish I could live. Some people are not living. You are just trying to make it, but you are not living. My dear, live, for life is so short. But whatever it is, there are lessons that we cannot learn in schools, but we learn in life. These are lessons my father taught me. I really wish that I will share these lessons with you, so that at least you pick something from it. If you have a lesson that a loved one has taught you, I wouldn't mind reading about it in the comment section. But I hope that this video has helped you. Thank you so much for watching this video today, and I love you, but the goal is to love yourself first. Cheers.